God, it's Tuesday. Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Here on First Amendment Sports.
Thank you and welcome to another Tuesday night on behalf of First Amendment Sports. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
What have we done? How did we get here? How did this happen? We seem like good people. We're all great fans. Thank God it's Tuesday.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
What the fuck, man?
So as it stands, just so we bring everybody up to speed, we're 3-7. Still, weirdly enough, not the last place team in the NFC East. The freaking Giants
Oh, God. They suck.
They suck. We told Derek already that this is going to come down. This draft pick selection might come down to a game. Them versus us. They should re-sign DeVito ASAP.
We'll get Josh Johnson all loose. We'll start limbering him up. Stat.
Let's talk about playoffs. Let's just talk about them right now. If the playoffs were to start tomorrow and the season ended today, the Washington Commanders would sit 14th in the NFC, just outside that bubble.
My notes concur.
Just outside the bubble. Just slightly ahead of the Saints and the Giants. That is the company we're keeping. We're just keeping it real here on a Tuesday evening. Shout out to Ken Harris, EO, Greg,
What's up, fellas?
Rhett, Derek, appreciate you guys. Robert, NES, Salud, AGH, straight out of Wales. All right, so again, we kind of already went over the fact that we're in a different phase of the season. Therefore, the show enters a different phase, a show that we're very comfortable doing, and it'll be plenty fun.
That is the one thing. We have experience here.
Yeah.
We've been here before.
That's right.
As we've shown last year, we're capable of bouncing back as fans.
Bouncing back as fans, yeah. I mean, at 3-7, I mean, you got to climb over 8 teams. And all of a sudden be different than we've been for the last 4.
When you had your whole defense, we weren't very good. But when half of us in the infirmary, we're just really bad. So, it's
we are in fact playing out the string. And in that situation, I have the most tolerance, to use the word tolerance, not that I'm tolerating anything.
We all have a very high tolerance.
Yes, I'm the most tolerance for people who are actively rooting for losses. This is when, at least as someone who wants the team to win every single time we play, these are the times, and we've been there. These are the times when all of a sudden you have 3 or 4 wins late in the season, and you are teetering on that, anywhere from the first, or you could drop to the 6th, or the second all the way down to the 8th, or you know what I mean, depending on the next 2 weeks. So I do think about that, and I think at 3-7, it's officially okay to talk about the fact that we think about it. We're not doing a draft show anytime soon, but at 3-7, these are the thoughts. This roster is going to have to be addressed, and part of that will be the draft, and part of that will be where we pick in the first round, because we don't have a second round. Let that sink in for just a second, especially if we have a high first round. We don't have that high second round.
Yeah. Okay.
So where I'm at right now, and it's one sentence. You can sweep it to the next thing, no problem. If we're at the top of the draft, I love Caleb Downs, the defensive back, positionless defender from Ohio State. If we're in the middle of the draft, I love Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. And if we win the Super Bowl and we're picking late in that first round, there's another safety out of Toledo. He's like 6'4", and he's like. He's like I can't miss physical defender. Those are my 3 guys right now. Just throwing it out there. I think his name's like Emmanuel Dixon or something like that. But the cool thing if you allow. The cool thing is, as you think about this, and then when you hit the 7 on the second number of this WL scenario, when you hit that 7, that's when my stupid nerdy brain, that's when it like kind of the chains come off, and you start thinking about that, and you start thinking about, if we're picking high enough in the draft and you got the quarterback and we're sitting in that spot, and then the Adam Peters can wheel and deal, now we're picking up an extra first, an extra second, an extra fourth. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that starts to appear in my mind, and that's why I come here. That's why I come to this. Is this the therapy? You're the doctor. Is this where I'm supposed to be telling all my thoughts
I think we
to?
just officially opened the doctor's office.
Yes.
When that Tullamore got popped about 7 minutes ago, the doctor is in.
The doctor is in. Share your thoughts and feelings. Or how about actual stuff that's happening? So, I don't know what to go first. Let's start with Dan Quinn. He's calling the plays the rest of the way.
Yeah. You know what? We've sat here for 10 weeks and watched 0 adjustments made, and I understand we might be coming to a gunfight with a knife in certain situations, but it doesn't matter. We've started the game down every goddamn game. No one's gotten beat down 4 weeks in a row by 21. And if you talk about the last 4 weeks and how many yards have been gained against us, and some of those fourth downs, how easy they were to achieve, someone had to make a change. And I'm glad we hung on to Joe Witt. I think he's going to be something that we should keep around, at least, well, we're going to keep him out through the end of this year. He won't be here next year, obviously. I think no one believes in that. But he brought in his guy. That's his dude. Dan Quinn knew he had to do something. You can't sit in your hands much longer. And 500-some yards and just a I mean, when Dan Campbell's like, you know what? We got the Commanders up next week. I think I'll take over play calling duties. Like, nice. Well played, Dan Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what a freaking
perfect timing.
Oh, he had that game circled. He was like I've got a feeling about this one. I'm going to dust off the old, but let's hope that DQ's got a feeling about this one. And I don't want to go all the way to Madrid with the burgundy and gold and shit the bed and lose to the Dolphins, who are favored by 2.5. In fact, I got 3 sisters. I'm the oldest of 6. All 3 sisters. I have 2 little brothers and 3 little sisters. All 3 of my sisters are hopping on a plane, flying to Dublin for a layover and heading into Madrid for freaking 5 days and 4 nights. Super proud of them.
The whole time in Madrid.
They're going for the game. There's part of one of these blocked off thingies. I think they're in the Joe Theismann package, which gets them a signed Theismann jersey, which, I mean.
Hey, come on. He won a Super Bowl. He played in a couple.
It's a tearaway jersey, which is amazing, just in case. But no, I'm pumped for them to go, and they're fired up. And that's why you got to look at these games individually. When they're there in Madrid, rooting their ass off, they're diehard fans. This is the reason why they're going. They kept our season tickets alive. My sister Christy did. They want to go and watch us win and represent the burgundy and gold, and that's how I feel about each week. Now, I won't lie. I've gotten to the point since we've been doing this that if we do happen to lose to Miami in Madrid, part of my subconscious will accept the fact that says, all right, well, there's one good thing about the loss. It's might get a slightly better draft pick. That's after the match. Anyone that roots roots for actively losing, you're playing with fire. You can't do that. That's ridiculous. So
you're messing up your own karma. You're messing up your own.
Well, if you're a real
situation.
fan of the squad, if you really care about what happens with us, or are you just running out in front?
So Greg raises a point, and I understand, and I agree that a couple of draft picks isn't going to change over the roster. But what we need is influx of talent. We need to stack talent. That's been a problem forever. Adam Peters seems to, he's doing it his way, and we have, obviously at quarterback, that's where it matters most, and he hit it. But like, if you watch, and it's kind of harder, and just in general to watch football, because the skins are bad. But if you do watch the other games and you see, it's how high can you stack the talent, and we haven't been able to compete just in amount of talent for a while, and right now we're clearly not. And on your point about the yards and the points, and Joe Witt, just even adjustments or no.
He chose no.
Chose no. Yes. Every single time it looked like we had the wrong thing called. I mean, you know what I mean? It was just like, it was either, it just seems statistically impossible that we could play very much worse.
It was just, everything was so easy. It was 20 yards were free. Free 20 yards. Have at it. It's right over here, just waiting for you.
No one will suspect the free 20 yards.
They don't know. They don't know it's coming to up. But you know what? We just weren't ever in position to succeed.
Yeah.
Ever once for the last 4 weeks. In fact, 4 weeks, 240 minutes of football. We led for 2 minutes and 21 seconds. You know how painful that is as a fan? I said this last week. I had my little fan stat. We've led for 2 minutes and 21 seconds in 4 games. And that was some bullshit against the Cowboys, safety related after our next touchdown. They came down and kicked a field goal in 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Yes.
And we no longer were in the lead ever again. And it feels like we're losing by 500. And it's because we are. We're getting mauled. And our offense doesn't seem to be playing horribly. Mariota's moving the ball. I mean, we're not great, but we're okay. Our defensive end situation, coupled with our secondary, is brutal. And our linebackers aren't any good either. That's kind of a shitty way to go about playing defense.
We built like the Maginot line. Like we're fighting World War II with using World War I tactics. You know, we built even back going far enough back where we had 4 number ones on the offensive line when you had Sweat, Young, Payne, and Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, it still wasn't good enough because you're trying to stop people running through a field, and now everyone is just flying right over top, blitzkrieg style, and we have no answer.
Why don't we have any answers? My question. We've had zero response. We've had zero adjust. We've tried 0 different things. We just keep on keeping on, and keep on getting our ass whipped. And I don't understand it. So that's why I appreciate Dan Quinn not throwing in the towel, not trading away everybody. Him and Adam Peters, not just saying, hey, the rest is a big turd sandwich. They got to figure out something. This has been the weirdest team in all of the NFL this season. Everyone else, there's been all these crazy weekend, every weekend there's crazy upsets and teams playing with other teams. Not us.
Nope.
Not us. We're just getting worked.
Consistently
taking a drubbing. And if we could just play some kind of defense, for God's sake, something. I don't know.
It does seem to be a unique brand of curb stomping that happens to us on a weekly basis. But speaking of Payne out for the Madrid trip.
Yeah.
I mean, he got.
He's not a big Manchego guy, I understand, so he's all right with it. But
so it was a 1-game suspension. He could have appealed it. I don't know if he did or didn't. But at the same time, if you're him, you're kind of like, I don't need to go to Europe.
I could take legit almost 3 weeks. That's good rest and relaxation for almost 3-week vacation for a guy who's played his ass off all year, played tough as hell. And if you saw the replay, why is that little guy messing with that bear? You poked the bear. Next time that horrific punch won't be with a helmet on. And I don't know. I don't want to be Amon Ra on the streets.
What's going on in these receivers?
I don't know, because I think they're like
they're a protected class.
They're so gifted and talented, and so like adoration, and they're just they're upper class citizens, not these beat up
protected. They're protected almost like, if you think of the way that he changed the rules over the last 20 years, ever since Belichick decided to lock up Peyton Manning's receivers in the AFC Championship game, the league from that moment on said, never again. And everything has gone towards the passing game, and receivers, they feel so entitled. Wide receiver privilege. It's hashtag wide receiver privilege. Because Juju Smith-Schuster's out there popping guys after plays. Amon-Ra, they're not the only ones, because they know they can get away with anything, because no one can touch them.
And then you heard Amon-Ra, who's a tough guy at his position and at his stature. But now you're messing up in the big leagues. You don't want to mess around there, Amon-Ra. Especially listening to his post game. He left out all the parts about when he gave a little and then a lot, and should have gotten a penalty directly in front of the official. We get ejected and all that, but I'm just saying, they have all these NFL activities, and there's different places and people. I do not want to see Daron Payne if I'm that guy.
No.
Anywhere. You don't think, if he thinks that shit's over with, I think I'm on.
It costs him money.
Daron Payne is a lunatic. Yeah. He's not going to stop thinking about this for a long, long time.
I hope he has a better 10 guys on the field with him next time he plays St. Brown. He appeal.
He lost it.
I think he appealed, but he didn't.
That's a tough one to win.
He didn't sign it.
He hauled off and cracked him directly in the ear hole.
He put the paperwork in, but didn't sign it. He didn't sign the check. I think he was really looking forward to. He's. I hope already somewhere He could be on an island at this point. At this point,
That's legitimately a 20-day vacation.
take it. It's use or lose.
He's watching right now, thanking God it's Tuesday. Feet up, pineapple drink, frozen.
It's use or lose PTO.
Shout out D Payne.
Happy Veterans Day to all of our
Stand his good
veterans.
side.
We appreciate everyone out there who has served, and
Absolutely.
it is a good. I wish I don't. For the most part, everything was closed and shut down today, right?
My son didn't have school today. Neither did your daughter.
I had one kid who had school and one kid who didn't have school. It was weird. But I mean, it's always on the same. It's not always. It's always on the 11th, right? Not always on a Tuesday.
Why do you always love asking me questions?
I do. I love it.
Why do you love asking me questions?
How many times? What?
Did you hear me on Saturday? I just ignored like the 3 questions I didn't know. I just didn't answer.
That's
I
smart.
pretend like I didn't hear it.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. You have learned well.
Como se dice? Thank God it's Tuesday.
I got Ricca's taking over Spain. Covered that a little earlier. We got the Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about them. We also have a nice segment from Greg. He's going to line it up here for us on the board. But we're going to Spain. We got a game. We're talking about the experience of watching this team. We're watching a 3-17, but we are the only game on in the world. It's happening Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Breakfast and with the Skins. Super Bowl rematch. I'm doing everything I can here.
I hate our shitty game times. They've stunk for so long. Get us back to our third place schedule and some regular ass terrible announcers.
1 o'clock. It gives them 1 o'clock.
Can I get a 1 o'clock regular ass Sunday?
Mark Sanchez on a work release. Just calling. We'll do it. Fine.
The Sanchez cast from San Quentin.
Hey, God, that would be kind of amazing. I would watch that. Yeah. So I want to know what do you say?
What do you say about what?
The Miami Dolphins. This matchup. Their offense has the ability to do everything all the people before have done to us.
They got a top 5 rusher, a top 10 receiver, and a weird ass coach. I mean, when you want to talk about just weird ass coaches, just strange birds.
I love him.
They got him. You can
I know
he is all yours.
he is
one of the
for
oddest birds ever. If I was a defensive end, I'd be like, I love my paycheck, and damn, Miami's gorgeous. But I got to listen to this guy talking about going to Elbow Room in Buffalo. Like, come on, dude. He's such a stranger.
He's so weird.
He's the creepiest creep. He looks so creepy.
And by the way, he's stuck, right? He is 100% stuck. That owner, has been known for being a little thrifty. Got rid of everyone around him and basically said, sorry, Mike, but someone's got to pilot this Titanic to the bottom of the ocean, and so you're gonna stay on.
This might be some Diddy style stuff. I think McDaniels has film of something. There has to be. It's just you just can't be so odd.
Oh, he's
already made it through. He's already how is he still here? It's shocking.
Well, that is his punishment.
The thrift.
It's the punishment has to fit the crime.
I get it.
So
I get it.
I think the next 7 weeks is his sentence.
It's essentially our guy DQ versus him, and that is so weird to me.
Yeah. And
can't they just arm wrestle or headbutt or just fight? We got to win something. We got to get a W somehow, some way.
They did send Jalen Phillips off to Philly. So while we don't have to play him in Madrid, we do still have to play him twice before the season is out.
Well,
so,
I would argue once.
I would argue once.
Yeah,
That's probably true. He might go wherever Deron Payne is right now. He might for a week in week 18.
With the rest of the Phillies team in week 18.
Yeah. I would say the Miami Dolphins, should be favored. They've actually won some games.
They are favored.
Yeah, you said it. You said like 2.5 games. So 2.5 points.
I saw they're favored by 2.5.
They should be.
I guess. I mean, I'm not saying we should.
But they've actually won some games.
They
you know what I mean?
Buffalo last week, which is just that's what I'm saying. All these weird scores. Can we catch a weird score?
I don't know.
Or are we just gonna catch Knuckles? Relentless Knuckles.
We're the Washington Generals again.
Hand knuckles, toe knuckles.
All the knuckles.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Our shitty defense.
Because it's on TV. It is that is right, Craig. It is on TV. It'll be on TV early. I like it for the spectacle and for the chance to see our guys win, and for the chance to see our guys win in front of, my familia over there in Spain.
Yeah.
So
who's familia?
The De La Torre. Familia.
You don't have to. It's Spanish. You don't have to do the Italian.
But I'm also Italian, so
yeah,
I'm
capiche? It's not Spanish.
I'm 20. I'm 25 and 25.
You might be both.
My dad, you could tell. My dad was that he could rattle off some Spanish, and he had the Italian hands working at all times. Do we start with the score prediction here and then kind of work our way into it? Because Mariota still captaining the ship on the field. I have no idea what the receiving situation has gotten just silly.
Yeah.
We still have. I mean,
Treylon Burks didn't make the trip. God damn it! I'm like, hey, this could be a kind of a feel gooder.
He's huge.
He's huge. He's made a few plays. He seems happy to be here. He seems like a nice guy, and he got all fingered. He's busted up his finger, and he's not taking the trip.
Well, that's tough because that's the
Robbie
kind of guy.
Chosen and Ja'Cory Jones, welcome to Barcelona, Madrid. Sorry, but I think they're playing at FC Barcelona's field.
I think so.
Stadium, Estadio.
The speed on offense is with a chain, or how you say his name, a chain.
I don't know how to say it either.
Devin and Hill and Waddle. I mean, that's
Waddle's 10th. I was like, he's probably 15, 20. He's a top 10.
Yeah.
Why do we keep catching these dudes? Because
is Hill out? Hill's out, right? He's done for the season.
Yeah. He's his. Remember, his leg was
pointing that way.
His body was facing north, and his leg was due south.
Did they say? Kyler, someone was trying to convince me that Kyler Murray was going to transition to baseball. Is that something you saw?
That was somebody saying.
It's like a parody or some kind of joke. Okay.
No, it's legit that he could. The idea is legit, but he made that choice. He doesn't want to go play baseball. He's got plenty of money. He's going to sign for plenty more, and you want to start all over.
Is that so? It's a contract negotiating tactic. Hey,
Yes,
if you don't want to pay me, I'll just go play baseball.
And someone just said maybe he'll just go play baseball. The amount of money he can make, whatever.
Good for him. All right. Well,
it's not happening.
The Treylon Burks thing made me think of. So I saw Asante Samuel Jr. signed with somebody, maybe even Detroit or some good team, and he's not playing right away on the practice squad because he had some crazy fusion surgery. Who knows, right? But he's a talented player who may never ever play the same again that he played before he was injured. But those are the kinds of guys now. Treylon Burks, who came into the league a first round pick and kind of played his way out of the league and ends up
he injured his way out of the league.
Out of the league. Yeah. I mean, you figure they traded AJ Brown on draft day, rough-ish, right? And then brought Treylon Burks. And that was supposed to be the AJ out, Treylon in.
I know. And you know what? If we could get anything out of that guy, it'd be cool. Mm-hmm. But he's not going. So we're not getting anything out of him this
Not
week.
getting anything out of him in Spain.
So we got 6 games to squeeze Treylon.
These guys are just chilling for the next 2 weeks. So the thing about Marcus Mariota, because if you had to guess at this point, that if Jaden Daniels suits up for us again this season, I would probably say yes.
Yeah. He's going to get healthy enough.
Yeah.
The guy heals he's superhuman. But I don't want to say whatever. If we're going to bring him back to beat the Giants to lose the next Treylon Burks, who knows? You never know. That's the other thing.
You never know.
Be careful what you root for.
Yeah.
It's another thing you and I have often warned our Redskin fans. Let's not get into a class. Now, I think we got a good front office now, but in years past, let's not cheer for losses to get into a class that we're not comfortable in.
That's right.
Like a 5 through 10, all of a sudden, read the paper every day, Bruce Allen, and pick which guy you think the fans want the most, so no one shits on you.
Everyone does your job for you if you're that guy. Yeah, and right now we have all of our picks in 27. I think the 27 class at this point in time is looking like a really, really good one. I hope that we're not picking high in the first round of that draft.
Have you not gotten into 2 drafts from now? You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Did you just say 27?
We don't have.
Was there a 7?
That's the next time we have our full allotment of picks.
Man.
Listen, you learn to think long term. We
have all of our picks guys. After 26 forever.
Forever. Right this very second, we're sitting on
as of today
the 29, all of our 29 picks.
And I hear the 29 classes are really shaping up.
They look great. Their 8th grade year is right on schedule.
It's the Cutlass Supreme of drafts.
Ooh, a little Sierra. So Greg, line us up with our, and that you already have. Line us up. Oh, it's a this or that. Morning game, this or that. All right, we'll put that up here in a second. We'll put that up there in a second.
I like it. We've really enjoyed these distractions that Greg's provided over this 5-game losing streak that's been very difficult to digest.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the lights. I think the lighting is doing more on these biceps than meets the eye. But they are super creamy tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I got some cream.
I didn't know that's what I was bringing, but. In fact,
all right. The inside is that's a creamy,
so like,
right by the next to the
that changes
helmet.
The whole lighting of
right
everything.
next to the helmet. It's not helping you out at all either.
So what are we saying? I mean, I'm happy to predict a win for us this week, almost solely because, I mean, for God's sakes, we're not like we're not so bad that we're not going to lose the rest of our games.
I think we score on a corner kick and take it home.
Bicycle kick?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right.
That'd be so gay if that happened.
It would be amazing.
Well,
Amazingly,
he's our gay kicker. We're
yes.
It would be amazing of our gay kicker to bicycle kick it at Barcelona.
So what's gonna happen if we win, and it's gonna have to be a tight game, and it's gonna have at that point it's gonna have to be low scoring. Is this indoors or outdoors? I turn to you for this one for sure.
Has to be outdoors. The gorgeous country of Spain.
Give me like the worst weather.
City of Madrid. It's got to be outdoors.
We need a bad weather game in Spain. That's for starters, which I don't think we're going to get. So that doesn't help us. And we need a low scoring affair. Dan Quinn has to call the game of his life on defense.
I don't know because
we got to keep them out of the 30s, right? We got to keep them in the 20s.
We're going to be able to score some points. Cliff's going to cliff. We're going to get some points. And I think we're going to give up a little less than we have.
So you're thinking like a 27-20?
I was going to say 27. I'm going to say 27-24.
Okay.
And it's a corner kick from the left hash.
I'm going to
say left hash, Matt Gay.
Okay.
And we flamenco dance our way off the field. Whoever does the first flamenco dance celebration is the winner.
27-23 right here.
The flamenco dance capital of the universe. You got to do it.
I mean, come on. By the way, these hips, forget about it.
No, they lied. They just lied.
I'm telling you right now. You can't teach that.
Flamenco.
Morning game, this or that. I'll have 2 options for Sunday morning before the game. Can only choose one. And why? Here we go. Easy one right out of the gate. Fresh coffee or fresh juice? So this is for a morning game. We're going to say this is the Sunday morning before the game. I think it's going to be, I love them both, and I'm going to need them both. I'm probably going with the fresh coffee to go Irish coffee style out of the gate.
No one on earth loves fresh squeezed orange juice as much as I do, and this is the easiest answer of all time because I slightly enjoy Saturday nights a tad bit more than fresh squeezed OJ. Gonna need that coffee. Gonna need all that coffee. Mine will also be Irish, Ken, and coffee.
Yeah. Fresh juice. So fresh squeezed orange juice.
It's amazing.
Number 1. I'm trying to think what the next best.
But when he says fresh coffee, I'm thinking like this is a badass cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It is freshly ground.
Yeah.
It's sick ass beans. Do people say that? I'm like a fake ass coffee drinker.
I don't.
I do it on the weekends.
I drink the cups, the little K cups.
Yeah, me too.
Keurig. Sleep in an extra hour or get a workout in. Now, game day morning, I'm sorry, I'm not getting a workout in that particular day. So
Is workout code word for anything? Because there will be no physical exertion on game day. That's for the guys.
I don't even need to sleep an extra hour, but I'm definitely not working out.
Yeah. I mean, I like that Greg feels that would be a question that we would have to ponder. But if you knew my recent workout regimen, you'd know that Sunday morning hour that ain't happening.
No.
Let's sleep.
I'll take the sleep.
Sleep. 9:30.
As they said it's supposed to. Greg said it's going to rain Friday through Monday.
Could be
bad weather.
could be
game.
sloshy.
We need a bad weather game.
No doubt.
I don't need. Everyone's like, Tua's going to do it too. Tua's just fine. He's good enough to beat us up. Bagel or donut. So far, I've gotten an extra hour of sleep. I'm rocking an Irish coffee. At that point, I think a great bagel, the right bagel, toasted with the right topping, is the answer. Only because I haven't yet done enough that I want to put a donut, into the system.
I'm all about a delicious bagel.
Okay.
A donut's not helping me. I mean, a little cream cheese, a little tomato.
What kind of bagel?
A little salt and pepper. Dude, everything, Asiago. Those are my two go-tos. Regular, Asiago, and everything.
I love
a great bagel on game day.
Everything, a good everything bagel is number one.
So
but those big, with a good place that has like nice big bagels, and they put and it's just like covered in sesame seeds, so that when you toast it, like the sesame seeds toast on the outside, that is pretty good. Shit or shower. So, at the risk of I mean, you're gonna have to be careful here, but when we put that coffee, when we started drinking that coffee, we lit a fuse that couldn't be unlit. Let me tell you, and
we didn't start the fire.
We didn't start the fire, but that fresh coffee isn't making your body need to shower. It's making your body need to shit. And so, if I had to choose, that's gonna have to be the side I go on.
Yeah, I just don't feel like a relaxing shower happening while I'm clenching my cheeks and tiptoeing around on game day.
Yeah.
Like, Greg said I could only do one or the other.
Letting a venti Irish coffee run loose in my colon.
Yes. I drink coffee maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I'm like an every other day.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be the doo-doo.
Yep. And by the way, it's both utilitarian as well as kind of for some it's a great experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bloody Mary or mimosa. This has changed for me over the years. I'll let you go first. I went first last time.
Well, I think this is the first time we're going to disagree because I think I know this about you. But also, I freaking adore. I'm a sucker for a delicious Bloody Mary. In fact, just reading that question made me want one right now. Mimosas are fine. No, they're good for what they're. But give me a Bloody Mary on game day, and then give me 3 or 4 more if we're winning.
I historically loved Bloody Marys.
2 or 3 more.
They're to me we used to go. Who had a really good? Barking Dog had a pretty good Bloody Mary bar back in the day on Sundays. But everyone did. Everyone had a good one. You guys had a good one as well. But
I make my own.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. You act like you haven't been there before. But
I can't do the tomato juice anymore. Unfortunately, it just bangs
God,
me
I
up.
love it. It's crack. I love it.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna pick Bloody Mary anyways. I would rather because everyone has to.
Worcestershire.
I don't love. I'm
horseradish.
Clamato is my number one.
So you say Clamato. I say Clamato.
Clamato
is so terrible for you, but I love it. I just love getting a delicious bottle. I'll get V8 and then doctor it up my way.
Sure.
Make it from
what about is it Mrs. T's?
See, I don't like the pre-made stuff. I want to get a V. I want to put all the ingredients in on my own.
Okay.
I want to make that bad boy the way I like it. I know exactly how I like it. I don't ever buy, but yeah.
But what's like the
in
straight?
A pinch, in a pinch. They have new ones. There's local ones now. Mr. and Mrs. T's was the standard for like 30 years. But now they have in a glass bottle all these local places making their own version. There's a bunch of different Old Bay ones and Eastern Shore.
Yeah, I like to put my I do love the Old Bay.
I like the J.O. and I like the J.O. the rim.
Mm-hmm.
And Old Bay's fine, but for a Bloody Mary, I prefer J.O. It's flakier, it's a little saltier. I'm a huge J.O. guy.
You're talking about jerking off.
I am not doing that.
What is that?
I did not say that.
What does that stand for? I'm sorry.
It's a company that makes an Old Bay-like substance.
Okay.
The majority of the crabs anyone's ever eaten have J.O. on them. Old Bay was kind of like it's great on fries and great on shrimp, but I like J.O. for my crabs and my bloody.
All right. Well, everyone loves a good J.O. I'm picking Bloody Mary here too, by the way, just because
Right.
I like
another
mine.
bloody buddy.
And I'm with you. I like the way my friends' older brothers always used to have. They would always have some, maybe I don't know if it was V8, but it was some kind of like A&P or IGA tomato juice.
Yeah.
And then they would have this big foil container that was all folded up, and it was full of like their special blend of mixes, and then we would just spoon out a little bit of that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the best. I love a good stick of bacon in there. Get that salt, more so even. I mean, I don't know.
I've always just gone standard, but I get it. I like going on vacation and getting all my appetizers in my bloody and.
I don't want like the flamingo straw or anything like that, or umbrellas or nothing.
Crab cake, piece of bacon, a shrimp, whatever. All right, we got another one up here, and I think I like this question.
Wake up, the alarm goes off, and it's either Easy Like Sunday Morning by the Commodores or Start Me Up by Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones, but there's no way I'm not. I mean, the Lionel Richie waking me up to that song has probably already happened multiple times in my life. It's the best.
So, also, one of our favorite bands given to us, introduced by T. You and I went on a deep dive. Little Stranger song with the Elevators. Talking about Lionel Richie, got to turn it up. Sunday morning, we don't give a. And that's my guy, and I love the Elevators, and I'm going with Lionel Richie all day long because of it.
Such a great song.
It's a great song. Great band. Two great bands. Little Strangers and the Elevators. Elevators coming to Baltimore, already sold out. Little Strangers, already sold out.
Where's Little Stranger?
Rumor is Dirty Heads and Little Strangers might be touring together next summer, Ken. If that happens, we're getting the Penland station wagon loaded up.
Now you're talking. Do we have number 7? There it is. All right. Ooh, breakfast sausage patties or breakfast sausage links?
It's a great question. It really is. It's a great question. It's been debated for years at my own house with all my friends. I know where I stand. I do not believe there's a wrong answer due to both products being just delicious sausage.
Yeah.
But I know myself, and good God, do I like it crispy on the outside, and those patties, man. Those patties just hit. God dang it!
A little syrup,
so right?
Put some maple syrup.
I'm gonna keep my salt salty, keep my sweet sweet. Don't eat salted caramel is the only time I go against that theory.
Okay.
I'm not a honey mustard guy. I know it's just I get it.
Bob Evans. I think it's Bob Evans. They have like a.
Sure, it's not Jimmy Dean.
It's Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean had in the store. You can get the. They sell like they're like really little. They're the links, right? But really, ultimately, they're kind of like link form of I think patties. When I was growing up, my dad
Link form of patties.
It's not because when I think of links, I think of casing.
Starfish shaped sausages are these?
I mean, they're the kind that are mostly cooked already that you just heat up in the.
Not the pork starfish.
Not the pork starfish. Not the pork starfish.
No, don't say it again.
The my dad used to get the whatever the tube of sausage was, and he would just slice it.
Right, that's what you're supposed to do.
And
Now they charge you an extra $2 to do it pre-sliced, so dads don't have to make all that mess. It's ridiculous. Make the mess, cut it the way you like it.
That's right. Cut it the way you like it. And so so we had
clean that knife with all that weird shit all over it.
And then he would cook the eggs in the sausage grease. It's the best.
What about the bacon fat? You didn't cook the eggs in there?
Well, we were having sausage that day.
We used to have both.
Well, you had
My family had to have both.
You had all the kids. My dad would make, and like when we had sausage, he made a lot of sausage.
Yeah,
When bacon, it was a lot of bacon. But like old school, like my dad fried bacon on the frying pan, and so it was like 3 or 4 strips at a time, and he just made a ton. But now I feel like most people would like just put a big pan in the oven and it cooks in there, and then you can cook everything else on the stovetop.
That makes sense. That's why you always have pay such special attention to your bacon strip.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now. I get it. And that's even on a day that he was serving sausage, which that's remarkable.
That's remarkable. Nick's sausage, he says, is the only one. Nick's. Okay. Oh, that's right.
Lucky for Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Here's to Nick.
Sorry. Ken, I couldn't help myself. If that presents itself to me 1,000 times in a row, I think I'll go 1,000 for 1,000. Just can't help it.
Good old Nick.
Happy son of a gun.
Sunny side up or scrambled. I've deviated over the years more in style of egg.
Did you go patty or link, by the way?
Oh, patty.
Got it.
All day. I haven't had very many good links in my life.
They can be good. They're just not patties.
They're not patties.
They can be good individually. I don't know.
So, but then we get into this because so I'm sure this was like this in many people's house. The meat was fried, and then the eggs were fried in the meat grease, and so I never had sunny side up or scrambled, and that it was always a fried egg, a flip.
Oh God,
with yolk.
So
it was like over easy. It was like over easy. So because we were taught at a young age that you dip your toast in the yolk, and that's
dippy
what you did.
Eggs. Yeah, we had dippy eggs, but when you're the oldest of 6. Everyone wants to eat those eggs. And butter is the #1 ingredient.
Yes.
You scramble the shit out of it.
Oh, yes. Oh,
we had like vats of scrambled eggs. Like, stir the eggs. Don't let them burn. And to this day, I love a deliciously buttered scrambled egg.
Me too.
I love it.
I'm going to go scrambled. I don't know that I've never made a sunny side up egg. And I'm sure I've probably eaten 1 or 2, just I don't have no recollection of it.
I went through an over easy, over medium, over hard phase.
Yeah.
Of like trying to figure out how to cook them all.
Yeah.
Then you eat them because they're delicious. But scrambled, I just never found anything that I like more than scramby eggs.
I might scramble some eggs later. What about
right now? I think I might have to just recreate this exact. This might be the menu. I might have to just go home and be like, baby, I think Greg Martin just made all of our decisions for Sunday food.
Get a nice big half bagel toasted ahead of with a Bloody Mary, and then rock some scrambled.
Oh, take a monster shit, rifle up that bloody Blair Lionel Richie Sunday morning.
You could make a scrambled egg and sausage sandwich with your bagel.
True. And I could eat it while I take a dump banging Lionel. Well, that sounded terrible. Well, that did not sound good. Like I said about Nick. If I'm going to say it about old Nick to Ken, I'm going to have to say it about old Lionel. Back at myself. I don't want to do that. I do want to blare it. I would like to blare Lionel.
I love, and he like stepped away, man, for a hot second. You know why? We talked about this. So we know Lionel Richie was with the Commodores. He went solo. He was big, huge star. He's still making a ton of money on all of his hits, and all of a sudden he disappeared for a very specific amount of years.
And is that where "Hello, is it me you're looking for" came from?
So I believe he got divorced, and she was getting all the money from everything up to a certain point. And so he was like, hey, you know what? I'm just not going to make any music until that point.
Sunday morning, I don't give a fuck.
And then all of a sudden he was everywhere. He's judging American Idol. He's dancing with the stars. He's doing all this stuff. So, but yeah.
I just got to let you know.
My dad had his Lionel Richie tapes.
I love
playing in
Lionel
the
Richie,
station wagon,
dancing in the street. My parents, everyone loved it. Everyone loved Lionel Richie. It made it so easy. No one argued.
On you.
Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Mm-hmm.
As I'm on my way. That's what
all right.
You get 3 and 7. After our game, watching more football? ? Or no more football for the rest of the day. So, obviously, everyone's got their own shit. You know, your kid might have a game that might work out perfectly for the Skins playing early, so you might be able to watch a 3-17 play before you get to your day's activities. I would love, for me, depending. I don't think we have that. I am going to intend to watch football the rest of the day.
There's nothing else to possibly do. We can complain and bitch and moan about the product quality and what it's doing and all this shit. But just like was mentioned earlier, when Greg referenced the Costanza quote, it's on TV, and I'm going to watch it because it will be the best thing on TV.
Yep.
It just some of the, I'll give me one of these games that I can't take my eyes off of. I'm not talking about the 9:30 one.
Yep.
I'm talking about whatever the other three are at 1 and 4.
Whatever they are.
The other one at 8. I'm gonna watch all of those games, and without a doubt, and it also
are you
helps.
Working?
I'm not working this Sunday, and I'm home, and I have a fantasy football junkie wife who wants to beat my sisters and my cousins and my mom so bad.
Let's go.
She is all week. It's nonstop. She's cursing at the TV. I mean, it's worse for the Commanders. She's turned into a full Skins fan since we started dating. She always was one, but now it's she's wearing burgundy and gold all Sunday. We are. It's so cool. She lets me come here on Tuesday nights.
Shout out, Aaron.
Oh, let's see. Shout out to Aaron. Thank you for letting me do all that. I certainly appreciate it. I got my sisters in Madrid, my wife screaming at the television. Just give us a product here so we can all have something to celebrate on Thanksgiving and Christmas, for fud's sake. And I know you guys did it last year, but we'd like to do it again.
So I think we both said Commanders, and we both said
we've
over.
agreed on 9 in a row. And we both did agree. I said 27-24.
And I said 27-23. That's 50 and 51. So that's both. So we both think Commanders and the over.
Wow.
Please, whatever you do, don't make that bet.
We might have to live this day according to Tuesday. The world according to Garp.
The world according to Garp.
Right.
Oh,
it would be a damn good Sunday.
I'm thinking about my
we'll get the
scrambled
bracelets.
eggs
What would GM do?
Yeah. What would GM do? I feel like he'd be a sunny side up dude. But I'm with you.
I feel like he's going coffee. He might go workout. He did invent the question, which means it's a possibility in his world. He's going bagel. He's going shit.
Are you a Bears? Are you the Bear fan?
I am.
Okay. Did you watch the latest season?
I have watched I'm fully caught up on the Bear.
I have not watched. I'm not fully caught up. But in the last season, actually, maybe it was season 2. Either way, you'll know the episode I'm talking about when Sid is making an omelet for what's her name, Sugar, and so it's basically like a whole scene of just her making the omelet.
Right.
And it's one of those scenes like when I like in the Godfather movie when he's making the sauce and spaghetti. And he's literally like it's like a cooking show. There's these mini cooking show scenes and like these great things over time, and people just kind of gloss over them. But if you make the omelet the way she made it, and you can because she literally makes
Goodfellas, right?
No, Godfather.
Okay.
In the Godfather,
I'm talking about Ray Liotta shaving the garlic with the razor blade.
Shaving the garlic, where they were like
for the gravy.
But they had
That's another great.
They showed up to Joe Pesci's mother's house. She made him pasta, and they
stir the gravy.
They were he was putting ketchup on top of the noodles. He was spinning a ketchup bottle. Big. I don't. It wasn't Tessio. It was Clemenza was making the sauce, I believe, and he was teaching Michael about it and putting the you could make a sauce based on that scene in The Godfather. You could make an omelet. You could make an omelet, or you can make scrambled eggs based on that scene in The Bear. Butter, keep it moving. You put any cheese in there?
On an omelet?
No, in your scrambled eggs.
I can, but no.
A little salt and pepper?
Dude, as much butter as a human being can possibly put. And it's just how it's just.
What about just like a little bit of Mexican flakes?
Was this like cornflakes, but for Mexico?
No, like a guacamole, dry guacamole, like seasoning that you would put in there.
Mexican flakes.
Yes.
And now we're talking dry guacamole. My answer is no, sir. That's not.
All right.
No Mexican flakes. I don't know what that means.
It was.
I love
cooking, Michael. I love cooking. I love cooking too. I want to think about more scenes in cinema that actually are you could cook a whole thing based on watching it. But the eggs that you and I were just talking about, she made them for, and she like sprinkled potato chips on it at the end. You remember? It was crazy, and it was
a little
awesome.
crunch. All right, well, I love how I try and make the olive oil fried egg by Chef Jose Andreas.
Okay.
His kids went to the school that my wife works at, blah, 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 and he was prevalent. He was there for all this stuff. Actually, a cool guy. Love hoops, love sports, and he loves feeding the world's hungry, which is a pretty cool trait for a guy. But he has all these cool little things with his egg, and apparently it's supposed to be this spectacle. It never works. I can't do it, so I stopped. Now I just scramble the shit out of some eggs, a little salt, pepper, Ken.
Yeah.
And Land O'Lakes or a good ass butter. I try when I make my eggs. I try and that's when I'll buy a butter.
Kerrygold.
Kerrygold is my go-to good ass butter, and it is worth it.
What do you buy it in stick form or a tub?
At Costco is the only place to buy your Kerrygold. When it goes on sale for like $5 off, and it's like cheaper than your stupid ass butter at Giant.
Land O'Lakes.
In
the brick or in the tub or both?
It's the brick.
Yep.
And they'll give you like 3 of them for and it's like $16 or something.
Do you go salted or unsalted?
Straight salted.
I know. So
salted. I mean, listen, if we're gonna start baking, we'll get some unsalted. But there's nothing worse than eating an English muffin, and I'm like, did you butter this with the unsalted butter? And my wife's like, how did you know? I'm like, I could have. Come on.
I know you can tell.
Unsalted butter? Why put anything on it?
Because we put so much salt on everything in our house, especially, but I'm sure everyone does. So my
salt,
wife,
you can pea salt out. Sugar sticks to you.
Megan went along with the unsalted sticks of butter. So and I don't know, listen. No one's ever gonna accuse me of being some health freak. I'm never trying to sell you on some program ever about anything. And obviously, I mean, how creamy can you make your biceps? Obviously, I can help you there.
Do you want to split this jumbo-sized Slim Jim from Costco?
Yes.
No thanks, Ken. But I do
appreciate
the text that you thought it would be me. Yes.
I have, but for whatever reason, a little sour cream and scrambled eggs, just a touch.
All right, so
but that's really starting to get into it.
Let me just tell you guys both, and you, Ken, I love sour cream. No one in my family ate it my whole life. I got to college and I was like, what is this? What is this thing that my mom was just like, no, if we're going to have dairy, it's going to be cheese and butter.
Yeah.
And I never tasted sour cream. I never tasted it. Outback Steakhouse, I went and got a loaded potato.
We never had it.
Yeah, we never had it.
Never had sour cream.
We didn't have sour cream.
Those were rich people.
I love it. I love it. And I've never, ever put it in my scrambled eggs. And I've heard about this from a couple chef shows and I've seen some stuff.
Yeah.
But now these two, you're the first 2 legitimate men that I trust in this field based on our knowledge of each other over all the contests we've done.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that shit.
Yeah. Absolutely get a little in there. And you're whisking, you're just always moving it.
Because I was taught differently that you don't want it to be homogenous, to let some of the, scramble the eggs. So I crack them into the pan. I don't crack them and beat the shit out of them.
No. I crack them in the pan and then whip them on the.
But I don't make them homogenous. There's clear and orange. Now I bust up the yolk, but I don't really. I like how at the end it all kind of sticks to get quiet.
You could get a whisk or something, but really it's getting air into it.
No, I get it, and I do. Yeah. I do, and I do the old whisk, and I have a metal whisk with the the non-stick pans.
Yeah.
So I don't even hit the bottom. Because I'm not going to buy a non-stick whisk.
No.
What am I, a little bitch?
How many that would be? That would have 5 whisks. So that's too many whisks.
All right. Well, I love that, Greg and Ken. All right. Well, listen, my Sunday is really shaping up right now.
I'm definitely gonna have sour cream and scrambled
Irish
eggs.
coffee. Gonna 100%. Sleep in. I'm not Irish coffee. Not working out. There will be no donuts. There will be definite bagels.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to take a grumpy, and I'm not showering on Sunday.
I'm not showering.
No one in my house is worried about it. Nor are they. Bloody Mary, banging idea after Irish coffee. Lionel Richie on Sunday morning. Sausage patties with scrambled eggs and sour cream on them. This is damn good. I'm so glad that we can.
And I'm going to buy
to help each other get through this season the way we do as teammates. As teammates on this damn Tuesday night. All of us.
I'm going to give you something. You probably at one point in your life knew it. And maybe you'll remember, but you might forget.
I'm shocked I never tried the sour cream, so shoot.
What is it? the market over there, the Strathmore Market. Is that what it is? What is it?
Grosvenor Market.
Grosvenor Market. They have, if you go to the back into their little deli area, they do fresh ground country sausage, and it's great breakfast sausage, and it's fresh ground, and so you can, and it's not, they don't sell anything in big amounts, but you get enough for maybe you need two, but you patty those up, then now you're talking.
Yeah.
That's the last time the last time I made patties regularly. I was using the ground sausage from Grosvenor Market.
When I ever make lasagna for family, when it's a good time, I always try and go to the market. There's a couple of them in Bethesda, Butchers, and I dig, and I don't use ground meat. I don't like ground beef in my lasagna. I need it to be the Italian mild sausage. I rip the casing off and break it up, and it's so much freaking better. I don't even know how to describe how much better it is. So I believe you. Go on and get some country ground breakfast sausage at a place that wants to specialize in that. Yeah, I tip the cap to those folks.
And there's we need more butcher shops.
Well, especially because the new ones are the Urban Butcher, the blah 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 Butcher, and it's like, yo man. But the deluxe ground beef right there on Old Georgetown Road and Rugby, right across from the gas station. It's $14 a gallon.
Yes,
that right there is $9.99 deluxe ground beef, and it is short rib, sirloin, and something else. And it is, honestly, you just know. You're like, shit, well, for $5 a pound or $10 a pound, that's it?
Yeah.
For ground beef? It's spectacular. You have to. You have to.
All right, here's the bonus round of this whole thing, right? Because we got ourselves Pie Oh My, R.I.P. Pie Oh My. The cool thing about this game being at 9:30 is like that. So it's a breakfast game. It could be a brunch game if you want to go brunch game, but we made it a breakfast game, right? With this menu and these decisions, and so we're gonna be up on the earlier side. We're gonna get our Irish coffees in and all that food and amazingness, and then it's gonna be 1:00. We'll be, instead of like normally, like when the 1:00 game's starting, you're thinking about snacking for games. Maybe you're buying wings, maybe you're getting pizza or something. Obviously, we do not need this. We've just had a full situation at 9:30, 10 o'clock during this. Hopefully,
after the bagel before the bloody was also a situation,
and we got all these situations brewing and screwing. So
cabs here.
So my question is, got to eat again on Sunday. So when. Listen, you're a grown man. I'm not gonna hold you to this. You can eat whenever you want. You're 40 years old. But if when are you eating again? And is it going to be? Are you going like a snacky scenario, or how do you follow that kind of a breakfast scenario?
It's either going to be 2 meals worth of snack scenario, which we'll overspend and it'll be around the next day.
Appetizer, dinner,
or 1 like lunch dinner. I hesitate to say supper because I think I've said it 7 times in my life, and it was referring to the Last Supper. No one in my house ever called anything supper. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we're gonna have brunch. We're gonna have like lunch, dinner.
Tell me about this, because I was thinking about this after all that stuff we talked about.
There's a lot of dishes right now.
Knowing that I have to take some time off, but then I'll have to eat again. What about like a really good burger at like 5:30, 6 o'clock
on Sunday? Yeah, burger is always my. I try not to eat burger during the week.
I do too. I don't even. First of all, I don't understand how they make enough chicken for us to eat the amount of chicken that we eat, but that's a separate issue. I try to eat less red meat because obviously
I don't eat a ton of steak.
Creamy
I grew up
biceps.
eating too much of it. My family loves it, but I try to make it like that a delicacy. Besides my wife, my son no one eats burgers at my house. I love the shit out of a cheeseburger.
Do you make up your own blend of the meat?
I will, but I haven't. Listen, I love all cheeseburgers.
Where do you?
Recently, we got a Blackstone, and I've been smash burgering the shit out of everything.
That's perfect.
And those things are awesome. Smash burgers are done in 4 minutes. Awesome. You get awesome cheese. I went Cooper Sharp and Land O'Lakes White, and did either or. Did both and either or, and tested them out. They all meld amazingly well and taste delicious. Pickles, onions, fried those with some pickles.
All right. Do you have
Bud
like the little
Runs.
cover? You can throw a little, spray some of that water or whatever they got in there, and then cover it up for the steam.
Yeah, but you don't need it because you want that crispy edge.
I want it crispy all the way.
It's crispy all the way, and that's what you can do here. You crank it up, effer, and you let it ride.
Where is your Blackstone? Is it on?
It's a new edition. It's in
Is
the
it on
back. I put it next to the Weber. So
Oh.
I have a table with a Blackstone and a Weber on the left.
Is it on the deck or is
You
it on
walk
the...
out my back deck to the left. That little corner over there. We did it on the 4th of July, and we've left it there.
Okay.
And I love it. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing.
Dude, that's what you need to. Okay, so but that should be operating for breakfast on Sunday.
You're damn right it should.
But
that would require me getting up at like 7:30 and already done the grocery shopping. And Saturdays are for Aaron and I to get after a little bit. Not gonna lie.
The last time we played at 9:30,
cocktails and drinks after a Friday night football game.
This is a family show. The last time we had a 9:30 game,
Sunday's booked, obviously.
Wasn't it the Bengals?
It was, and I remember being in the car and being like, I have to text Ken right now because didn't you call it or jinx it or ask for it or no? You just enjoyed the tie. You were like, guess what, guys? This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to us. If we have a tie, it's a great thing. You treated it like it was like cicadas, like every 17 years.
Tie helps a good team.
Yeah.
We all know this. It's a terrible saying. But what I'm saying is that game, I remember I showed up at my buddy's house at like 6 o'clock in the morning after Halloween party the night before with my Weber, tailgate grill, and was making pancakes in his backyard. And he had all these little kids, and they're like banging on the door, banging on the glass. I had cleared this. I didn't do this. Like no one just believed I would. We'd all talked about me doing it, but no one actually thought it would ever in a million years happen. Especially since they last saw me at a Halloween party at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 6 o'clock. I'm wearing my Halloween costume still.
Boo!
I was Wayne from Wayne's World, and it was actually a pretty good costume. And I was making pancakes in their backyard, and all these little kids are like faces pressed to the window, like, what is going on? I had the long hair with the Wayne's World hat and the black T-shirt, and it was all of a sudden
Party on, Wayne.
They come exactly party on, Garth, and they come downstairs, and I made it. Then that game proceeded to be the longest game in history of the NFL, I believe. It was just an epic, like 29-hour run for our group, and it did not end spectacularly well at the end of the evening. But what I'm saying is, let's focus on the beginning of it. I think I can be at your house at 6 a.m. Working that Blackstone.
I think I can also be there. And if you're in that same costume you're in that you just discussed, the neighbors they're not going to call anybody. They'll respect that costume. So have at it. The propane is fueled up. There's charcoal in one of the two bins if you want to hit the Weber. But the Blackstone is where it's at for breakfast.
So you got to. That's we're doing scrambled eggs. We're doing sausage patties. It's
so great, and I love it.
Yep.
Cooking bacon on the Blackstone is a reason to buy the Blackstone. No fuss, no muss in the cleanup. Scrape that bad boy off. You can cook 40 pieces in 4 minutes. Make 15, 20 smash burgers.
You know what we could do?
It's so easy. It's the tailgate's dream.
We could candy some bacon for the Bloody Marys on that thing.
You can candy the shit out of it. I don't like my salt sweet and my sweet salt.
That's right.
And now it's weird. No, my whole family does.
So for you, Bloody Mary is a sweet.
It's
a salt.
I'll buy some honey from the farmer right down the street, the top of Stony Brook.
Yeah.
And I'll get that honey, and then I will go get a real stone ground mustard, and I will combine those two, and that's delicious.
What is that?
But honey mustard anywhere else is disgusting.
Okay. All right.
Like if I get like chicken tender, you peel the top and dip them in. I'm like, I don't know who the fudge is eating this. That is not good.
No.
Honey and real freaking mustard is delicious.
But the sweet and sour is very good.
I don't eat it.
I know, but it's.
I'll eat Chinese.
Hold on. That's not sweet and salty. It's sweet and sour.
If it glows in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Sweet and sour. If it glows in the dark, I'll eat that shit. If you can get that for like 8 pounds of it for like $9, carry out in DC where I lived when there wasn't many rats around. Didn't see many cats either.
No.
And they were like baby rack of ribs. They were this big. I was like, whose ribs could these have been?
All right. Well,
fat-headed Zeke ate them, and I say that to him.
I will risk the long-term pain of a Bloody Mary. What do we got here?
Craig Martin said, "I can be there to check on you at 8 a.m." The funny thing is, whether it was my wife, son, or daughter that saw him first, no one would flinch. You could be in your costume as well. They'd be like, "Mr. Meringolo is here,
He's making pancakes.
dressed up for Halloween, making pancakes." Like no one would be like, "Oh my god!" Like no one would care.
That's
I think that's a great compliment.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate that. Hey guys, I appreciate
It's
that.
absolutely true. There's very few people that could get away with doing that, and you are certainly one of them.
I look forward. I think this is what's left for us this season is relying on some old standards. You know, especially it's the holiday season. Let's not let a bad record bring us down. Let's just like this is an opportunity to do something a little bit weird and different.
The most average time of the year.
Hey, you know. There's got to be some different. We're gonna have to find our joy, and when we will.
Well, guys, if this works, you're both in charge of the Christmas Day menu, and you know, if say we go ahead and do this, and it works.
Yeah.
You know, we played Dallas on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So who's gonna choose? Then we're gonna have to have another one of these.
We'll have to have another one.
We're gonna have to figure it out. Maybe we get good through our stomachs. Maybe that's how we start. Maybe it's just dedicating.
I'm ready. I'm ready to keep it fun. Ready to have fun with our team, come what may, as they say. No one. We had our eyes were fully open when we got into this season. We thought, for good reason, that things would go differently. But where we are is it's so different. I mean, when we were 3-7. We certainly didn't have a franchise quarterback that we knew that was 20 mid-20s with a whole career left. So I'm excited about some cool moments left, and I'm just in generally. I'm talking about the 27 draft because I just love first of all, I know it's going to take that many years to get us back on track because our team was decimated, our whole organization was nuked. So. The next two, usually we've been I think over time, and correct me if I'm wrong, we've been very willing to give just about anyone new here in terms of GM or coach 3 years before we really said, they got to go or this isn't working. I mean, even though they might have been signed a longer term, at least we can't just be hiring and firing everyone right away, which we did obviously, but. But what I'm saying is I think
that was a historically bad 4-week run.
It's historically bad.
I know. There's nothing that we can't hide from that anymore. So in years past we would. In years past they'd be like, fire the D-back coach.
Somebody's gone.
I mean,
somebody's gone tomorrow.
But this wasn't somebody. This was our head guy saying, you know what? I want to keep that guy on here because I think it's better that we have him. We're better with Joe Witt here than without him here, which is fair. But it's also fair. It's very fair to say, I'm in charge of the ship. Yep. And if the ship's going down, am I going to sit here in the captain's chair and watch it sink? Am I going to get off my ass and lead?
Yep.
And I'm not saying he was on his ass, but you know what I'm saying. It was time for a different voice, obviously. So we'll see. And
it will make it interesting. It will make it fun, and there's ways for us to improve. But I guess what I was saying is I think this is a 4-year group.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with that.
I'm willing to say I'm willing to live through whatever I have to live through with Josh Harris, Adam Peters, and Dan Quinn.
Josh Harris isn't part of it. He is a long-term scenario.
I know, but they all kind of started at the same time. So I've been lumping them in together for the moment. But there's going to be one ingredient, obviously, that's in every casserole from here on out.
The orange skin. It's the gentle peel of orange skin. Yes.
And because it was forwarded to me and again, we don't do this kind of thing very often, but it's late in the show. We're about to call it quits. But we just actually went live in Yemen. How has that been happening? I am firmly convinced. I'm not even worried. I'm not even falling for the trap. I know it's a joke. our stadium's not being named anything related to Trump. Just don't even worry about it, everybody. I know I'm getting the text from people. People are getting excited about it. It's not a thing. It's completely like it is a thing with him, and it is a thing. Like, of course, everybody on the planet Earth believes that he wants that, but Josh Harris is smart enough to understand that in this environment, in this day and age, he's not going to put that name on his product. Like for a variety of reasons, he could sell the naming rights for hundreds of millions of dollars, and he will. They can do because like Lambeau Field and Soldier Field, they have stadium.
Well, Lambeau
rights.
gets dangerously close.
Yes.
Because apparently this guy's made of Velveeta.
Yes.
That's what it looks like in a T-shirt.
He looks he's total all Velveeta.
I loved listening to him talk football last night. It made me so happy. It made me never want to eat Velveeta again.
Yes, they have. Yeah, I think he is. They have. I think Arrowhead as well. They keep everyone refers to it as Arrowhead. Soldier
if you melt
Field,
half
Lambeau.
Trump with some paste picante, it's perfect.
It's
queso.
perfect. It's perfect queso.
Delicious. Try it.
I'm going to try that. Mm-hmm. Just want to write that down.
Just say it.
But they have. But the there's no way in the world that because I think the way it works, I think the rules, the DC government, which I understand at the end of the day is run by Congress. I think they have to like sign, like it's their, like, you know, it's within their little world to approve and file
the Cheese Whiz Velveeta agreement.
The Cheese Whiz Velveeta agreement.
2021, I think. And
I don't think any DC politician of any kind is ever going to allow that to happen. And I also don't think Josh Harris is going to allow it to happen. And I just, it was like a crazy story when I woke up and saw it, and everyone saw it. I must have had it sent to me like 10 times from everywhere. And of course it's hilarious.
No, I saw it too. And the internet is good.
I think it's a joke. But
him saying I wanted the shit named after me is not a joke.
That's not a joke.
No,
but like
he
the
really
joke that it could happen.
It should be called Trump dip, not Velveeta dip. He absolutely feels that way.
He does think that.
He thinks that. Just because, because he's 67% Velveeta.
It lasts forever, apparently.
You just lop one calf off that bad boy. That's the holiday season for many extended families in the region.
By the way, shout out to my grandma who she was Velveeta for life, and I grew up with. She kept it. I believe it was kept in the refrigerator. So, but I don't even know that you had to keep it in the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. But she kept hers in the refrigerator.
After you opened it, ladies like to put it in there.
Yep.
But that shit could have just sat. I could have sat on the windowsill back
right
there,
on the old windowsill,
like a pie.
But you had that little roller with the little the Garrett string, like the razor string, and you'd be like, zoop, and you just lop off a little. That little roller thing was like the greatest thing ever.
The cheese cutter, as we called it, but it was just the thing. Like, it was the best machine ever. My grandmother had that with grapes, a bowl that held grapes. So I was like, man, grapes and cheese, we're so fancy. Look at us on Tuesday talking about how fancy we were. Meanwhile, that's the same grandma had the spray cheese that you were so horrified by me eating.
So
it's called easy cheese, and on saltines, that shit's crack. But I understand now that my body can no longer ingest it, why others would be so horrified by it.
I think the amount of Kool-Aid that I've ingested as a human being is
me too.
I'm beyond the
tropical punch.
More Kool-Aid than man. So I can't. But we never had easy cheese growing up, so it was foreign to me. And when I started, I didn't see it until late. I didn't even know about it. And then I thought that I thought this is the greatest thing ever. It was like anything that you don't have, and then you see it. And so I, throwing it on Ritz, the whole nine. College
guy, but whatever.
When I got to college, it was in the our grocery store on campus.
Yep.
And that's how it ended up.
Grossly overpriced, by the way.
And Todd Reinecker, like the healthiest guy I ever knew, who the guy, he had brushed his teeth at night. No one did. No one brushes their teeth at night. I know he did. He brushed his teeth at night. But he always ate well, except when he had scrapple and bacon at all hours. But I don't know where I was going with this. But he's
probably somewhere to the sausage patty in the backyard that the guy cranked out for you.
He just was a faker. He tried to make everyone think he was super
in the
healthy.
shape of a link. Sorry, you didn't let me finish.
In the shape of a link. Damn it, Todd. Ruining it
was
for
the
everybody.
missing link. But thank you, Todd.
Want to say shout out to TR's Horsey. Good to see you here this evening, sir.
It's gonna get all wet.
Love to
this
see you
weekend,
guys.
but it's all right.
Vegetable thins. By the way, you know what?
Bam had easy cheese and premium saltines, but then vegetable thins. It's true, and never chicken and a biscuit.
I was a chicken and biscuit guy, but the cracker that I liked better than chicken and a biscuit were the Sociables.
Sociables are great.
Oof.
Sociables are great. Not gonna lie, but
chicken and a biscuit was an absolute.
What's the one with the the buttery ones?
Townhouse. Mm. You got your Townhouse. You got your clubs.
I wasn't a club guy. I got off of Ritz. You can imagine. We went through a shit ton of Ritz at my house.
What? So you're done with Ritz?
Yeah, because I ate 4 freaking billion of them.
Okay.
I'm the oldest of 6, and there was 4 kids in car seats in a Pendle station wagon. 1 box of Ritz in the morning that had 90 things in there. It was done by lunch.
Yeah.
Like Ritz was like a staple.
I love Ritz.
I know, I did too.
But yeah, you're right.
Now
You got to move on.
I can't eat them anymore.
Buttercrisp.
Buttercrisp is my go-to.
And the toasted sesame.
Toasteds. And they do have sesame, but Toasteds have the butter too.
Toasteds, yeah. So Toasteds and Buttercrisps, those are our jam. I love crackers. Come on.
And let's be honest.
Great. And you get to put some cheese on there.
The garlic roasted Triscuits.
Oh yeah.
Triscuits has been a staple with sharp cheddar at my house forever.
Okay, so here's the worst thing I've eaten. Since I have to, everyone thinks I must be some super healthy guy based on all of this, but I'm not.
Like, we fried our eggs and our sausage or our bacon. Sometimes we fried on this guy Nick's sausage. Yeah. Who cares? It was in the shape of a
bacon horseradish. Hell of a dip bacon horseradish.
Oh yeah, damn right. My grandmother, who had the easy cheese, had that in the fridge at all times. At all times.
So we had my grandparents had bacon horseradish or
bacon horseradish dip from Hell of a Good.
Old English
a staple. Old English pub cheese?
Oh, yes.
You're goddamn right. Sometimes port wine, sometimes double
port
cheddar.
wine, but you got to have that. It was Old
pub
English
cheese. I will crack out for pub cheese.
And that was back in like now if you go to the store, you can get
you're a pub cheese guy, but not a spray cheese guy.
Yes.
It's the same shit, different delivery.
I understand. Oh, dude,
There's the Hango McCrangleberry. 2 pumps is too many for mine.
I don't want it.
An old butter
I can get it out myself. I don't need you to. I don't need
with
you
a finger or a thumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 fingers.
But they had the Old English was like a skinny little bottle. Mm-hmm. Made you think you was like kind of a.
We called it OE, but
like
whatever.
a disgusting. Well, OE was the double deuce bottle of malt liquor.
Well, it's at your corner store. You know what I'm looking for, but
Old English with an E.
OE pub cheese.
OE pub cheese. I understand.
Was Old English, and it was OLDE, which is where you didn't get confused. That's why you didn't get confused. It was written in Old English, and the 40 ounces weren't written in the Old English, in the Old World language.
OE double deuce, 99 cents at Freddy's on Old Marlboro Pick. 22 ounces of Old English for 99 cents in the drive-through, right down the street from McNamara. Not too shabby. I was not too shabby at all.
Not too shabby at all.
We love hanging out with you guys. We're gonna be back next Tuesday night to talk about the trip that was, the bye that will be, the closing out of the season on the way. And I think the next week, I think what we need to talk about is, when do people want to do some draft related something or other, like something more in depth?
Well, just ask Ken. He's got 2028 locked up.
No. Just to through 2027.
My bad.
But we could start looking at the list. There are, we already know for the most part who the free agents will be. Obviously, some of them are going to stay with their teams. We know who the top 10 prospects are. And listen, we can be real. I just want to be like, we can be realistic about where we're sitting, on any given week. At the end of the day,
we got to fish out about 4 or 5 second contract cats, not at their top premium, but fit our space and fit our needs perfectly. And we got to hit on those sons of bitches.
And that to me might play into the decision to not bring Jaden back. And this is why I think that. I think
Let's not end on not bringing Jaden back.
no, not bringing Jaden back this season.
No,
If
no,
he's
that's
not
not-
fully
I
healthy.
know,
If he's
but it's
because
gonna
if
make
there's
him
if it's you know, a call on one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like he's healthy enough to play, blah blah blah, but or he's right there. In the offseason, his health going into the season is like the main reason why anyone's going to come here free agent wise.
And as an offensive, just real quick while we're here, 5 starting O linemen coming back with Allegrady and a couple other rookie whatever.
Yeah.
Jaden, Bill, Terry, Lane, Luke coming off injury. That is a nice start.
Yes.
We don't need to start over
Nope,
offensively.
absolutely not.
We need to make a few good choices.
We need to add talent.
Defensively, different ball game.
Defensively, we need
need
a ton of talent.
Oh,
Ton of talent.
Puesto. We need to get up in there.
Yep.
We need so many defensive ends that can rush the passer. So many linebackers that have speed. So many guys that can get helmets to the ball.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's
That's where we do this. We have to retool the defense, and it started yesterday when Dan Quinn said, I'm here. This is the stopgap, and in the offseason, you better believe that we are going to retool this defense, and it will be unrecognizable next year. I hope
it will be a new group.
I hope that.
We new group,
Yeah.
and the you know, the way that they're going to attack rebuilding this roster at some point, because we'll have a lot of money. Now, I'm not. Who cares where we rank in terms of, because everyone right now has a lot of money because from accounting, you know,
but
expertise.
in relative terms,
we have a lot of money.
We're very competitive.
Very competitive, and so I think the decision I think will be, so you have Jaden Daniels on his 3rd year. You have him under contract for 5, and then you're going to re-sign him for as many years as you can. And so really, like the next 5 or 6 years, you absolutely have a good situation at quarterback salary cap wise. So at some point, maybe it's not this offseason, but one of these off seasons, you do have to get super aggressive. Like that pass rusher budget has to be pretty deep. You know what I mean? Like
I would hope so.
You got to be willing to be like big players kind of right out of the gate on talented free agents.
Where's the concession? Well, we already made the concession. We're going to go light on the D end and get some old ass guys, and hopefully they can be healthy, and go heavy on the D backs. We got smoked both ways.
Yeah.
Bringing in Lattimore and drafting Amos. There's 7 weeks left. They're gone. That's all. All 3 DNs that were the best 3 DNs for us are gone. So right now we're stuck. I don't know what DQ's thinking about pulling out of his ass, but I think he just saved Joe Witt's reputation and put himself out there and said, listen, I'm the guy that takes on all. I am Captain America around here. I take on all deflections. And I love that about him. I love him. I love that he's ours.
It's a great call for him to make, because Dan Quinn knows we're not getting new players. We're going to keep playing teams in the next month and a half that can score a ton of points. And he's like, it's like giving Joe Witt a blindfolding a cigarette every single Sunday morning and being like, you know, the whole world's going to blame you for this. So this is Dan Quinn saying, hey, listen, you blame me, but at the end of the day, this is our team. This is who we have. I'm going to call the plays. I don't expect that him calling the plays is going to result in us all of a sudden. I mean, like, we're losing by a lot of points. Like how we got to close like a 20+ point gap just by calling different plays. I mean,
we're like Dan Quinn. If you hold them to less than 427 yards, it's a win.
Let's do it.
It's a victory.
We once again, we'll be back in 7 days talking about our favorite team, the experience of being a fan of our favorite team, and which is just a wild ass ride, and hanging out with the greatest folks on the board. Again, thank you guys so much
for making this season.
We
so
love
fun.
it. Tell a friend. You know, we appreciate you guys hanging out. About 6.1 on our K, 6.1K.
It's a thick ass 6.1K.
Thick ass 6. On our way to 100K. That's all the Ks. We won all the Ks. We'll be back in 7 days. Until then, how about treating yourself to a little?
Thank you, guys. And not just for hanging out tonight, but making this season so much damn better.
Keenan Hall. Shout out to Keenan Hall. You guys are rooting for a much better team than we are here in Washington.
Como se dice, Keenan Hall. Como se dice, hail to the Redskins.
I love it. This is a little slow for the Keenan Hall crowd. We're still live.
Not Keenan Hall 100 years ago, Ken. He was rocking when this came on. Amendment Sports. Let's challenge Keenan Hall to the Sunday schedule we just set up. Coffee, sleep, bagel, big old duker, bloody Lionel, sausage patty scrambled.
I think Megan could even get behind this. This is nothing here like I'm not gonna have to she's not gonna have an Irish coffee with me. Consensually. but we're gonna with this sleep. Hey, we're gonna go see you guys. That'll do it.